Hello guys, welcome back to the Media Nights. My name is Ari.
And I'm Denise.
And today we're going to be watching Hulk, the movie that came out in 2003. Now, as many of you know, we started the MCU. We watched Iron Man a couple of weeks back, and the next film in line would have been The Incredible Hulk. But then I was having a conversation with Denise, and turns out she hasn't seen any of the Hulk movies. So I thought it was my responsibility to, at the very least, show her where it started when it comes to live action films. I know there was a live action show from the 70s. I think you told me that you've seen a couple of episodes of that.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of episodes with that, with the iconic Lou Ferrigno. So like I'm a little bit familiar with that, but like when it comes like to the Eric Bana or the Edward Norton ones, I have not seen those.
Well, in that case, you're going to be in for a incredible ride. I've only watched this one once when I was a kid, and I do have a core memory. Maybe some of you have a similar memory of this, but I remember like the aisles at the supermarket, they had this Fanta promotion going on. And I remember at the time, all the Fantas were labeled with the green tag and like the Hulk up front. And I remember thinking, oh, that's really, really cool. For whatever reason, that stuck with me. But yeah, I've seen some clips resurface recently from this film, but I have not seen it in its entirety for a very, very long time. I'm really, really curious to see what the tone was, because I know it's Ang Lee directing this.
Right.
Very curious to see how they achieved something as massive as the Hulk back in 2003. I mean, it's been a very long time, over 20 years now. So it's going to be really cool to kind of see where it all started from a technical standpoint, a visual standpoint, and also narrative. Because remember, back in 2003, there weren't that many superhero movies being made. I mean, we had the X-Men, we had the first Spider-Man had just, become very, very popular. And now we got the Hulk. I'm very excited to go back into that time where, you know, the adaptations started to become more and more popular. And I cannot wait to see what they did with this.
Yeah, especially, you know, we have seen Eric Bana and Troy like on this channel, and like he's a great freaking actor.
Oh, yeah.
So like for a character, listen, like the character of Hulk is amazing. Like Bruce Banner and the Hulk, it's very like Jekyll and Hyde. And I think it's easily one of the most fun characters that are out there. So this is gonna be fun. Like this is a character that where you really as an actor get to like stretch your wings a little bit. And I'm super curious to see how they're gonna adapt the story in this.
I'm excited for you to be able to compare and contrast, because you know the Mark Ruffalo Hulk from the MCU, but you've never seen Edward Norton's or Eric Bana's.
Right.
And they're all very, you know, all three of them are very different actors, right? Their performance is extremely different. So I'm really excited for you to kind of compare and contrast all three, right? Because you know the Mark Ruffalo from the MCU, like his Hulk is, you know, a specific type of Hulk, but then you have Eric Bana and you have Edward Norton, and I'm really curious to see what you're going to think about all of them once you kind of understand the character a little bit more. So guys, thank you so much for being here. If you guys want to catch the full-length reaction alongside us with your own copy, that's going to be available on our Patreon. And if you want to watch these reactions early, make sure that you hit the join button and become a YouTube member. A massive and green shout out to Glenn Manny.
And also to Tomas Pohorsky.
Guys, thank you so much for keeping us at bay, making sure that we do not Hulk out on those days where we get a copyright strike from making us very, very angry. But thanks to your supportive comments and your love helping us keep the lights on, we do not Hulk out thanks to you guys. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. We hope that you enjoy. And as always, we'll catch you guys after the movie.
Okay.
I like that.
I love the score already.
I like that a lot.
The mystery of it, right?
Very sci-fi. Nice. Yeah, given the fact that this is Ang Lee, I'm expecting some very out there visuals.
Yeah.
Ooh, jellyfish.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. I wonder why jellyfish.
There you go. Immune system activity.
Oh. Danny Elfman. Oh my God. You already know it's going to be iconic.
This sounds very different. I wouldn't have guessed it was him though. Well, now that I know it's him. Now I hear it. Induced migration.
Human regeneration. Okay.
That's what he's trying to achieve.
Oh.
Regeneration is immortality. So he's looking for the cure to death. Cure of death.
Right. Illness as well, I'm assuming, right?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Primate testing.
Each species.
Will it regenerate? I feel like this guy and Dr. Connors will get along extremely well.
Kevin Feige, man, all the way back then. It's amazing. Oh, come on.
Poor animals, man.
I know. Animals always get the shit end of the stick in these things. Is this the moment?
I can make super immune systems by strengthening the human cellular response.
Banner, I know where you're going, but manipulating the immune system is dangerous and stupid.
No human subjects.
Oh, boy. Yeah, they wanted nothing to do with this, huh? Because they knew how dangerous it could be. So he was also just trying to make super soldiers in a way, right?
Right.
People that wouldn't be affected by other agents and stuff, chemical agents.
David, I have wonderful news. I'm gonna have a baby.
Oh.
Dude, this is so stylized.
Like the transitions and the way they split the screen.
It's like comic book strips.
Very.
Well, that's kind of mean.
That's very mean. What the hell?
Whoa.
No
what?
way. Wait, was he trying to...
Oh, he injected himself, so he passed it on to his son genetically.
He wanted to get a reaction from the baby. That's
Oh,
why he took
shoot.
it away. Well, he wasn't just being mean for no reason.
That
He was
is
mean
cool.
with a purpose.
Whoa, look at that. Bruce? Huh? What, dinosaur? Oh, you don't scare me. Ah, you don't scare me. That's a delicious eyeball. Oh, you're big and green. You're scary. I'm gonna run away.
Big and green and scary.
He's gonna check his blood.
Yeah, that's not normal blood, man.
Man,
How does this affect a kid?
I wonder.
My worst fears. Must find a cure. He regretted it, huh?
Yeah.
Jack hit him with the stick, but Bruce wouldn't hit him back. He just stood there shaking.
Ah.
Oh my God, look at his skin.
Man.
Any other kid would have wailed his head off.
Yeah.
He's like that. He's just so bottled up.
Interesting.
The samples we found in your lab, they were human blood. You've ignored protocol.
That's my business.
Wrong, Banner. It's government business, and you're off the project.
I mean, yeah. Oh. Oh, he is pissed off. Oh no.
What is he doing now?
Oh, 2 keys? You know it's bad when it's 2 keys.
What's he setting the timer for?
Personnel, fail-safe has been initiated. Gamma decontamination will occur in 30 minutes. Evacuate immediately.
What the hell did he
Gamma
do?
decontamination?
Is it like a
What?
purge?
Oh crap. Banner Senior, what did you do?
He's like, they're not going to keep my research.
Bruce, stay here.
Oh my God, that's terrifying from the perspective of a kid. Got no idea what's going on. Oh no, they're arguing
What
in
the
there.
hell is going on now? What is she saying no to though?
Go.
Bruce. Bruce. Wake up, son.
No, he's having nightmares or night terrors.
Come on.
So traumatized, poor kid.
Soon to be a great scientist.
I guess. I mean, who knows?
I do. There's something inside you so special.
I mean, yep.
You can say that again.
I'm sure someday you're gonna share it with the whole world.
No.
There he is, all grown up.
All bottled up.
Yeah, just there waiting.
Sorry.
Hey.
Good morning, Dr.
We get both of them at the same time? That's so cool.
Bruce.
Dan and
Security
Lou.
needs to be beefed up more. Meanwhile, Lou Ferrigno is just like,
I really gotta say, seeing you in that style and headwear,
gorgeous.
you look like a massive nerd, even around other scientists. Betty, hey.
Take off the helmet.
Wait, I just got here. Who do we hate?
The review board. We have to make a presentation on Tuesday. And you're gonna make it with me. Start talking about microbes and nanomeds. You sound almost
passionate.
Almost.
Good for you.
Anyway, I'm just really stressed about this review. If we don't get impressive results today, we're gonna have a really hard sell come Tuesday.
Well, then let's go be impressive.
Yeah, time to get to work. What are they trying to do now?
I love how stylized this is, man. This is awesome. Very 2000s, but like in the best way possible.
Ready when you are. Let's hit it.
Nanomeds. The hell is that?
Nanomed's fully dispersed.
Okay, let's hit Freddy with the gamma radiation.
Interesting.
Gamma exposure.
It's working.
Oh, wow. Yep.
Okay, so it is.
And 1%.
Healing.
Okay, so far so good. Please don't go wrong. Oh, God.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my God. Way too much.
You want to go to the review board on Monday and tell them we've developed a brand new method for exploding frog?
Sure, someone can find a way to weaponize it.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, that's a big smile for Glenn.
What happened to your uniform?
Well, you know, the military's subcontracting out all the most interesting work, and can't argue with the paycheck. I basically run all the labs on the base now.
Must be a pretty good paycheck.
Battle Lab Atheon is targeting for acquisition and removal to Desert Base.
Why isn't he going through NSC?
Dude, this cast is awesome.
Concerns your daughter, sir.
Hey, what happened to Benny? Is he not working the night shift anymore?
Benny's dead.
Good to meet you.
Same.
That voice sounds very familiar.
Oh, the good old days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, the good old days.
What's the matter?
It's these dreams, Doctor. I keep having them. And they're terrible.
Do you think it's just a dream?
No, I think it's something that happened when I was living out at Desert Base with my father. The dream goes on, and suddenly I'm alone.
Poor kid, man. Just left alone like that? Whoa.
Oh.
And then she sees him in her dream. Oh, gosh. Whoa.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it never hurt you.
They seem like they were doing okay.
I wonder what the tipping point was for their breakup. Bit of a workaholic, isn't he?
Yeah, he can't let it go.
I mean, they're so close, though. I understand not being able to, like, let it go, especially with the review coming up.
And I also like how they mentioned that this is his passion. Like, he actually likes being a scientist.
Right.
Oh, he stole DNA. He just grabbed the hair.
That's not invasive at all, sir. What the hell's wrong with you? Ah.
I don't know what any of that means. My Bruce. Yeah.
Glenn dropped by.
What's he doing here? I've done my homework. The work you're doing here is dynamite. GIs embedded with technology that makes them instantly repairable on the battlefield. That's a hell of a business.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the basic science for everyone.
You know, someday I'm going to write a book. I'm going to call it When Stupid Ideals Happen to Smart, Penniless Scientists.
Jesus.
Ouch. Of course, they want to weaponize the research.
Yeah.
That's how it usually goes.
I just wanted to say, don't worry about him. I'll handle it.
How?
I'm gonna call my father.
Last I heard, you and your father weren't speaking.
Guess now I have something to talk with him about.
I think the circuit's kind of fried. I don't know. Maybe you want to come take a look at it.
Okay, I'll be right there.
She doesn't get along with Dad all that much.
Mm-hmm.
Goes back to the same comment.
Oh, shit. What the hell happened?
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's starting.
Oh, no.
The gamma's too high! Bruce, I can't stop it!
Oh, this is it!
Yep. Oh, he's right in the middle. Oh. Yikes.
Oh, they're Yeah.
His inner self. My goodness. He took all of that. Whoa. The door. I like the symbolism, right? It's so cool, so artistic.
Yeah,
the door has been opened. The door that leads to the monster.
Your name is not Krensler.
Yeah, no shit.
Banner.
How'd you get in here?
I work here now. In the labs. The late shift.
Should be asking, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
You may not want to believe it, but I can see it in your eyes. So much like your mother's.
Yeah, come on, man.
Of course, you're my flesh and blood.
There it is.
My physical son, but the child of my mind, too.
You're lying.
It's so messed up. He experimented on his kid.
Dude.
Get out. Bruce. Get out! Sit.
Ooh.
You really don't want to make him angry.
Yep. There goes. He goes straight into that trembling.
Sure you're okay?
Yeah, just glad to be out of bed.
Got a message from my father.
Mm.
He's coming to see me.
Your father?
Funny thing is, he called me.
Hi, Dad.
Hello, Betty.
Just like the ice cream shop.
Yeah.
They've turned up some surprising things. This Krensler you work with, you know who he really is?
Oh, shoot.
Damn, dude, already.
Maybe this time you just honestly wanted to see me again.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's just taking over.
It's been inside.
Yeah, that is frustrating, right? Not understanding your nature.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Oof.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh.
Look at those feet.
Dude, low key, this looks awesome.
He doesn't even fit in the hallways.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
He's been waiting to come out.
But it's not just anger, right? It's everything that he repressed, and it's just all coming out like this.
Oh my God, he's wrecking the entire lab.
Oh no. Yeah, that's gonna attract a whole lot of attention, dude. Oh.
It's like he's resented with the lab, right? What the hell? With all the gamma.
Yeah, he's just breaking the machine, I guess.
Ooh. Yikes.
Yeah, so much for that.
I guess deep down inside, he knows they're gonna... Oh, shoot. Yeah, look at what you made. In part, right?
Frankenstein, meet your monster.
Yeah, he can still recognize him. Dude, for the times, 2003, he looks amazing.
This looks so good. Like the skin, the pores, the
reflection.
Yeah.
On his cheeks.
So impressive.
I gotta talk to you, Edith.
Yeah, so we need to know what happened behind closed doors.
Oh, boy. Yep. Yeah. He's like, you're not my friend.
Dude, his roar is just so satisfying.
Man.
Damn.
Yeah, just passed out. Also, I like how the purple pants are a reference to his comic book look. That's pretty sick.
There was some sort of explosion. They wouldn't let us into the building.
I'm okay.
What happened to you last night?
Does he remember anything?
I don't know. I don't think he does. Yeah, that's gonna get her attention.
Forget it.
Oh boy.
Oh, those look like official people. Oh.
His father came here. Oh, he's in so
What
much
the
trouble,
hell,
isn't
yeah.
So this is the young Bruce Bann.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you left something in your lab last night.
He left his wallet.
Mitchell, escort my daughter outside. I'll join her shortly.
Well, clearly is the scenario where the dad is like, I want you to stay away from those people. You know?
Yeah.
Dr. Ross, how unexpected. Please, come in.
She's doing some of her own digging.
I mean, I would not be able to let it go either. I would just be too curious.
I came to ask you something that I really have no business asking. You said you talked to him.
Might want to fill us in on what happened after.
Understand, Miss Ross, and how dangerous your ignorance has become.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. My son is unique.
Mm-hmm.
And because he is unique, the world will not tolerate his existence, will they?
Well, he's not wrong.
And a very beautiful woman like you.
Okay, now this is getting creepy.
No, not with eyes like yours.
Oh, he's just distracting
What
her.
the hell?
But I'm afraid we're both too late to help him. There's nothing I can do for him or for you. Now, if you excuse me, Miss Ross, I have some work to do.
Why did he take her scarf?
You know who I am, right, Banner? I'm the guy who had your father tossed away, and a lot more like him, and I'll do the same with you if I feel so disposed. You understand?
Right, because his father was just freed. They think he has something to do with it.
Get her!
Oh, get her?
Don't stand in your way.
Oh, he tossed a scarf and he's sending...
For her scent.
Yeah.
So, but why her? What the hell is this man's deal? I honestly can't... I can't understand him. Ugh, this guy again.
They're right outside his house.
What did you do to me? I had a visit today. A very unwelcome visit. I'm afraid my hand is being forced.
He just wants to know, man.
But I think no explanation will serve you half as well. In any case, I still don't quite understand it myself.
So you experimented on yourself, didn't you?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what happened.
An alteration. Genetic. And now, finally unleashed, I can harvest it.
Harvest it? Oh, great.
I will isolate it and treat it myself. I'll remove it and I'll kill it before it does any real harm.
Well, I bet you and your Betty would love to destroy it.
Oh, he wants to keep it.
Destroy part of yourself? I don't think so. And as for Betty, I'm sending her a surprise visit from some four-legged friends of mine.
Jesus, man.
Listen to me, my father's going after Betty.
What makes you think you can go behind my back and get Ross to cut me out, huh?
Listen to me, Betty's in trouble!
Oh, gosh.
This guy.
Oh, dude.
Talbot, yeah? You're making me angry.
There it is.
Oh, God.
You're making me angry. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, look at his face. He's like, what the hell?
Oh, God. Yeah. See, that's why you don't fuck with people, man.
It looks painful.
It really does.
You know what? Kudos to them for not hiding the transformation as well.
Yeah.
Like, we get to see it in camera.
And it's a bright light, too. They don't hide it in the dark. Oh, shit.
This movie must have been so expensive, now that I think about
At
it.
the time, it must have been. Oh, yeah, you just pissed him off.
Ow.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, the bullets just bounce right off of him, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Is he getting bigger?
Yup.
Wait,
like,
is that related to how angry he is? Like, does it get bigger because he's angry, or is he getting bigger because...
Oh, poor guy. Jeez.
Dude, he's got to be paralyzed or some shit at this point.
He
There's no way he
really-
survived all of that.
I wonder just how big can he get then?
Right.
Right? If it's just damage induced. He's right there.
The crazy thing, like, in the eyes, you see that he's still in there.
Like a kid, right?
Yeah.
Like the gaze of a child.
Yeah.
There's a bit of innocence coming through.
Oh, shit. Is that the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, put her in there. Make sure she's safe. Dude, look at how big they are. Jeez.
Dude. They're buff as hell too. Like, goddamn. The poodle is the worst out of them all. Ugh.
Yeah.
God.
Ooh.
Get away from me, you poodle with your stupid mullet.
Oh, yeah. Taste of your own medicine.
Mm.
Oh, jeez. Yep. It's 3 against 1.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh.
He just exploded.
Excuse me?
Dude, he just broke that dog's jaw.
Ooh. Ah.
Yeah, he's done being patient. Just turned into a green cloud.
Yeah, there were 3. These freaking dogs.
Last one.
Ah, dude, it's right there in the traps.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Did he just?
Yeah, his shoulder just grew so much. I just ripped it in half.
Oh, is he reverting back?
Dude, I gotta say, I mean, the action sequence, that was pretty freaking cool too. I'm just surprised at how much Hulk they were able to show.
Right.
So he just remembers things as if it were a dream, huh? When he's in Hulk form.
Imagine seeing this. Seeing him transform like that.
It must be the nanomeds. It must be the gamma exposure, but we've never seen any effect like this before.
Well, it's because he was primed, essentially.
Is there anything from when you were changed?
It was like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
About what?
Rage, power, and freedom.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all bad.
Hello.
Dad,
Betty, you all right?
I'm scared. I need your help.
Where are you?
She's gonna try to use him and get some more information.
I think that somehow your anger is triggering the nanomeds.
We designed them to respond to physical damage.
Emotional damage can manifest physically.
Oh.
Serious trauma.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Childhood trauma in particular.
Your father grilled me about something that happened to me from early childhood. It sounded bad, but I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, his mind was just trying to protect him from that.
A physical wound is finite.
Right.
But with emotions, what's to say that it won't just go on and
Mm-hmm.
start a chain reaction?
Well, you can no longer stop him. The hell was that?
Oh shit.
It's okay, I got you.
Oh, she set him up.
Yeah, she did.
I'm going to take you someplace safe. Okay?
I don't know if we can trust her father. Like, I'm sure that she had the right intentions. Like, to help Bruce. I just don't trust them.
Yeah, no. Oh, gosh.
I can already see him becoming a lab animal.
They're going to want to know what the hell is going on with him. For sure.
They're going to want to experiment on him.
Of course. That's what it always comes down to. How can we use it?
Right. How can we weaponize it and profit off of this?
We're buried out here in the middle of nowhere. How long are you going to keep him sedated?
For the rest of his natural life, if I have to.
You said I could trust you.
Why would you think you can trust him?
He is a human being.
Well, he is also something else.
Yes, I'm aware of the potential danger. I'm also aware that he saved my life.
Yeah, from a mutant French poodle.
Yes.
I mean, when you put it like that.
I know the government thinks they have a weapon on their hands, otherwise he'd be dead by now.
Thank you.
They can probe and prod all they want, and in the meanwhile, just let me try to help him. Nobody knows him better than I do.
Exactly.
What did David Banner do to him?
I need an expo dump.
Yeah, going out, trying to get him now. Oh, he's back at the lab.
Of course. I'm really curious about what his end game is, though. Like,
well, he was trying to figure out immortality back in the day, right?
Right, but like, he's going to extreme lengths. Like, this has got to be a deeply personal cause.
Oh boy. The nanomeds.
Is he doing that to himself?
Yep, he just took a big
Bro.
huff. Ah. I guess he figured if my son survived it. Oh, it's like the starfish.
Oh, great. This one has scales.
It's like body horror.
Yes. What the?
Whoa.
Oh, that's interesting. Wait, does he just adapt to? Oh, that's crazy, dude.
What's happening here? My son's DNA combined with nanomed reconstruction.
Please don't hurt this poor man.
See, I can partake with the essences of all things.
There you go.
Put your hands up, pal, okay?
That is so cool, man.
Dude.
Oh my god. Ah. He just smushed him.
Oh my god. Okay, so Dad is kind of a villain. Like, taking him back there, trying to jolt some memories.
This is my old house, isn't it?
Okay. Kind of remembering.
Let's go.
Please try.
It's like he doesn't want to be there.
Again, it's like his subconscious knows and feels the discomfort, but he just can't access it.
It's there, man. Just gotta keep digging. There's that door.
Oh god.
What is it?
Nothing.
Really?
Damn it.
Like he doesn't want to open that door.
What do you want to know?
What was in that room?
You have to let it in, man. Otherwise, it's gonna keep controlling you.
Are you afraid they'll see?
Yeah, it's no longer there.
There's nothing. It's empty.
It's also a great parallel to PTSD, right? Like you open the door, the room is empty, but to you, it's still there.
But you're head of the base. I thought you were in charge.
But I don't set policy, and I still take orders. Can't believe Talbot would go around me like this.
Of course he would.
Is he surprised?
What can I do?
You can go home now.
There's gonna be a lot of eyes on Bruce now. Sucks for you guys. You're taking away the only person he feels safe around.
Right. And I feel like he was so close with her there. You know?
Oh boy.
Dude.
Jeez, he's a mess.
See, I need your cells to trigger some chemical distress signals. And I can carve off a piece of the real you.
Good luck with that.
I'll never let you. I'm not sure you've got much of a choice.
Oh!
But personally gratifying.
He's great at being the douche.
He really is.
Let's see what you got.
Don't do it, man. Stay calm.
Consciously, you may control it. But subconsciously, I bet that's another story.
That's what worries me.
He held on.
All right, let's jumpstart those brainwaves.
Getting experimented on. Gonna send a few signals, see which one is gonna trigger the transformation.
My dear Miss Ross.
Bro, this freaking guy.
I'm not angry with you, not anymore.
Okay.
How generous.
I don't blame you.
You shouldn't. You should blame yourself for what you've done to your son.
I mean,
I was so much in love, and she so much wanted a baby. My baby.
Yeah, I wonder what happened in that room. I wonder what happened to Bruce's mom.
That it wasn't a son I had given her, but something else.
Oh, he knew.
But then she surprised me.
She got in the way. Oh my god.
She and the knife.
Oh my god. He didn't intend to do that, but
it happened anyway.
I mean, it's still horrible. He was gonna kill Bruce too, so.
I took everything that was dear to me into nothing more than a memory.
My goodness. All of the research and the love of his life gone. Oh, these guys don't learn. Pain? Great.
Negative on drill penetration.
Damn it, drill harder. Give me full RPMs. Come on, Hallman, come on.
I don't think any amount of RPMs is going to help you penetrate that skin, man.
No. That's crazy, though, that the skin is already starting to harden, even as he's in human form. Because I don't think they're neutralizing him anytime soon. So freaking epic.
Give me the M2. So long, big boy.
Oh, what happened to
You
non-lethals? Oh, toasted.
Like
karma.
Evacuate the main hall.
You know, I kind of feel bad for Ross having to deal with this headache because he did not want any of this too. Oh shit.
Oh god.
Straight into the control room.
Yeah.
We'll fight him outside.
Okay. Like, Bruce as a person is not hostile, you know? He's not evil. He doesn't... Whoa, look at that run, dude.
That's the super speed.
Like, the Hulk looks tangible in this world. He feels three-dimensional. Oh my god.
What the hell did they just hit him with? Did they just blow up his childhood home?
Oh, okay. But what was that cut him?
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, they want him dead.
Because everything else was bouncing off of him.
You guys really messed up. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like it's a toy. Dude, look at that. Done. Oh, that poor guy, man. You better count your blessings. Just run away. Oof. I like how they showcase, though, his tactical ability, though. It's not just rage and strength. He's smart enough to know how to take these things apart.
Right, he's not just an animal that doesn't know how to
Look
operate
at this.
things. Yeah.
He's using a tank to hit the tank.
Oof. Oh, you guys are done.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Angry man is unsecure.
You're expecting civilian casualties, General?
Yeah.
Not if I can help it, ma'am.
Consider it done. Keep us posted.
It must be terrifying after seeing what he's capable of doing in General Ross's position of authority. Yeah, he's probably looking out for all the civilians that could be impacted here. Wow.
It's almost like he's flying. This is incredible.
The super jumps.
This must be so much fun.
Dude. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
No time for peace, man. He can't catch a single break.
Breaks my heart how persecuted he is.
Jesus.
Ow. Yeah, those are slightly bigger guns than before.
Yeah, oof.
Oh, he's going down. Yep. Oh, that guy's dead.
Engage at will.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah, he knows he can't stay still now.
Especially with the mobility of the...
They can't keep track of him. He's going way too fast.
So
he's just deflecting it with his bare hands. Oh, that is badass.
But we're okay.
There's still a sense in there of good and bad.
Right. Like, I feel like this is more than enough to understand that he's not just some mindless creature.
They're leveling the entire area.
They're just destroying nature. That's what's pissing me off right now.
Must be exhausted.
Bruce got out. He's headed your way and probably right for you.
I'm already here. They're taking his father in now.
Yeah, they're gonna throw everything they've got at him now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's heading towards civilization? That's way more dangerous.
Civilian aircraft.
Oh, dude, these guys continue to almost crash into each other. Oh, wow. He just saved that guy's life.
Okay, you got it now.
And now he's just hitching a ride.
Let's see what the thin air will do for him.
Oh, actually.
Oh, he's going to space. Well, not space, but pretty high up. To the edge of the stratosphere.
This is out of my envelope.
Hang in there, legend.
I can't maintain. He's all over my aerodynamics.
He'll lose consciousness before you.
Oh, he is icing, actually.
Hold on, man.
Oh, it's gonna be a really bad collision with the ground. Because like that's the thing, he can't fly, right?
Right.
He needs the impulse off the ground.
It's right there looking back at him.
Oh,
shit.
That got me.
Puny human. Interesting.
What does it all mean?
Contact. In the water. All units weapons hot.
Let's not take any chances. You are cleared to fire on target, Legend.
Part of the Hulk resents Banner as well.
I think so.
Dad?
Ready? We don't have a choice. I have to destroy him.
But you can't. You will only fuel his rage and you will make him stronger.
She gets it.
Oh, so we're just gonna use her for bait?
Then let me go to him.
Oh no, she's volunteering.
Just give him a chance to calm down.
I mean, at this point, what else do you got?
Yeah.
You've tried everything, man. Oh, yep. He just dug his way all the way up there.
Wow. Ugh.
Imagine you're just going out for a stroll and you see that. You're like, what the hell is that? Big green angry dude.
Their weapons are hot. Target acquired. Waiting your orders to engage. Waiting your orders to engage.
Please don't engage.
Yeah, he doesn't want to attack.
All units open fire.
Come on, that's all you need to know. If that's not true love, I don't know what is.
Dude, facts.
You guys got to figure out your stuff.
911, there's a green man here.
Look at that entire operation.
He does not deserve this, man. This is a lot more heartbreaking than I thought it was going to be.
I like how they brought in that tragic element of the story
Yeah.
too, right? Funny, it has a lot of the elements of the classic Universal monsters as well.
Yeah, very much so. You know, the love interest that can tame the beast, right? That can look past the exterior, the tragic nature of him.
Oh, yep. Starting to calm down.
He's literally simmering down.
Oh gosh, he must be exhausted.
You found me.
You weren't that hard to find.
Yes, I was.
No, yeah, she's able to get to the real him. Yeah, she knows. He's never gonna have that peace he's looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now what? Because even if they wanted to cure him, they won't allow it because they want to know what the hell is
right.
How to make more of him, right? Or how to get that kind of power.
If we deploy the electromagnetic array, there should be no collateral damage.
Electromagnetic array. They got their contingencies. This sounds so different though for it to be Danny Elfman.
I know.
That's insane.
So what are we hoping to achieve here?
I have a bad feeling, man.
Yeah, because I feel like exposing Bruce to someone who could essentially trigger him.
Right. And remember, this dude is not normal anymore either.
Right.
I should have killed you.
I wish you had.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's dark.
I can almost remember a smell. It was like desert flowers.
Her favorite perfume.
It's my mother. I don't even know her name.
That is heartbreaking. All the stuff that got taken away from him.
So yeah, so much bottled up. So much he didn't even get to grieve.
I didn't come here to see you.
Of course.
Yeah.
I came here to see my son.
Wow, that is twisted.
My real son.
My real son.
That's just vile.
A husk of flimsy consciousness ready to be torn off at a moment's notice.
Wow. That is such a messed up thing to say to your son.
My cells can transform to absorb enormous amounts of energy. Son, I need your strength.
Oh.
I gave you life. Now you must give it back.
He wants some of his power.
Think of all the harm they've done to you, to me, to humanity.
Oh, he's speaking from the soul.
That we can make them and their flags and their anthems and their governments disappear in a flash.
Yeah, they be gods.
That was an amazing performance, though. What a great monologue.
Long before the pale.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell is he doing? This scene is fantastic. It's like a theater sequence almost, right? Just two chairs.
And the way
two
it's
dudes.
lit, too.
You just watch me go. Hit it.
Oh my God. Oh, yep. He said it. He can absorb stuff. It was just not stable enough.
Kind of counter electromagnetic field.
Yo.
Counter electric field.
Oh,
is he supposed to be absorbing, man? He just basically teleported them straight into the sky.
Wow. Dude, this looks like straight out of a classical painting, dude.
You see him flashes and glimpses of him in the clouds. Yeah, look at him. He can turn into anything. Yeah, anything he touches. He's weakening him too. He absorbs some of that gamma. Whatever Hulk power he's radiating.
Because, like, how do you even defeat someone that can absorb anything?
It's kind of poetic in a way, father and son fighting it out.
Very. They'll just absorb that. No?
Yeah, there he is. He's water now.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can see how he's just sucking his powers out of him like a leech.
Yeah. How the hell did that happen?
They're absorbing all the ambient energy.
They're absorbing what? Whoa. What the hell is going on here? Did the father do that, or is that because of both of them?
And give me all of your power.
You think you can live with it?
Take it. Take it all.
Whoa. It's like, yeah, have all of it.
No. You wanted it, now you get it.
This is so trippy.
Shit.
He can't control it. Oh, they're gonna, nuke the entire place with the gamma. Visually speaking, that was very creative. That was really trippy.
Sweet dreams.
All he wanted was some love, man. I guess that's it for his father, right? They basically blew him up in bubble form. 1 year later.
The usual loonies, seeing things. Well, now everything's green.
Of course.
You should try to contact you. Tell me, wouldn't you?
Hell no.
No, absolutely not.
I wouldn't.
At least she's honest.
You know as well as I do I wouldn't have to. Phones are bugged, my computer's tapped, I'm under surveillance.
She knows.
Jesus, man.
The last person I would want him to come to, because as much as I miss him, I loved him.
She's trying to protect him, of course.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You know he means it, though.
Yeah, he does.
I know you are.
Yeah, he doesn't like seeing his daughter in this much pain.
And her acknowledging that, it's a sacrifice, knowing that, someone that you care about could potentially be out there, but you're like, no, don't even reach out for me. Oh, here we go. Trouble.
Estas personas están ayudando a nuestros enemigos. Tú también.
You have no idea who you're messing with.
He's still trying to help people out, huh?
No le gustaría verme enojado.
Oh, you best believe that.
Oh, the eyes are changing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. The frog on top. It's like he's one with nature.
Wow.
Oh, buddy. You better run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's in the middle of nowhere.
The roar? Welp, that did not end well for them.
No, definitely not.
Oh, that is so cool. Credits in the comic book style.
Wow. That was awesome.
Definitely different, right?
Very different.
Stanley and Jack Kirby. Oh. Hell yeah. Well, wow. That was the Hulk film. And I gotta say, I mean, there's no way a kid the age that I was watching this could grasp any of this film. I will say, I think it's a bit more complex for a kid to truly understand what this movie is about. So now watching it as an adult.
Right. How was that?
I mean, well, you will give us your opinion in a second, but I think it was quite interesting, actually, that they delved into some of the themes here that I think are quite deep, right?
Yeah.
Themes like trauma, especially childhood trauma, that is directly connected to his parents and how all of that turned out and that mystery. I thought that was a very intriguing element in the film.
Very.
Like what happened to this child and also all of the ramifications of, because I think I mentioned it once during the reaction. I said, oh, he experimented on his kid, but that's not really how it went. It's much more complex than that, right? Like Bruce's dad experimented on himself and then he passed it down to the child. Unknowingly so, but he must have known that something was wrong. And then he actually confesses like he knew since the very beginning that kid was not normal. And then he felt bad, but I feel like I really like him as the villain because there's a lot of layers to him. He tried to cure him first, and he tried to find a solution out of it, and then he couldn't do it. But then he realized the potential consequences of his actions, and he tried to take responsibility by essentially killing his own kid, by essentially killing Bruce when he was young, and it didn't turn out all that well, as we know. And I thought that part of the film was intriguing, was very, very interesting. And that's such a bold move to delve into that kind of stuff in a comic book film dealing with a character like the Hulk. I love that they went into the whole psychological aspect of it.
Yeah, I think this was also there are a lot of themes happening here, but just basing off of what you just said, I loved the metaphor on parenthood in this as well, right? It's like you said, like he experimented it on himself. He never really fully intended to pass it on, but inadvertently he did. And that's very much almost like a nod to generational trauma, right? Like as a parent, where you know, if there are some parts of you that aren't fully healed, you, even when you don't want to, even though you love your child, just by being you pass certain things on.
It can manifest,
It can manifest in your child, and then your own faults are reflected directly back at you with the child, right? And there's nowhere for you to hide from that. Like you are fully confronted with all of the things about yourself that frighten you or that you hate. And this was very much seen in that. And because he couldn't handle that, he just went back to, okay, just figure out a way for immortality, right? Figure out a way how to strengthen myself. Because instead of fixing the part of himself that was broken, he tried other ways to fix it. It's a duct tape solution to what he was actually dealing with. And I thought that's such a complex way to take on a character, because it's hard to say that his father was fully evil, because he wasn't. There is goodness in there, right? And I love that goodness is also reflected in Bruce, and also from Bruce's mom, right? It's so much more complex than that. And I really love how they handled, like you said, the trauma, and how even though we might not remember it, it still affects us. I love that you asked the question of, you know, just Bruce being born this way. You asked if there was already a compartmentalization in Bruce emotionally, where everything that was too much for him as a child, it just went to the other folder, shall we say, that eventually would become the Hulk, right? It's like inadvertently the Hulk was being fed without him even knowing it, without the Hulk even being triggered just yet, right? Anytime Bruce felt distress, anytime he was supposed to show anything outwardly emotional, he just couldn't, right? And I thought that again is such a great way to relate to trauma, because that is what we do, right? We all have different coping mechanisms, and it manifested itself in Bruce in such a way where he just couldn't speak up, right? About the things that would hurt him, or even the positive things like love or affection, right?
Right.
And you can see how Betty was really starved for anything, really. And that we noticed that literally in the first scene together, where she's like, you know, when you're talking about nanites, it's almost like you're passionate, you know, almost. So not even the good emotions he was able to express. And that makes Bruce such a fascinating character. It's not all about anger. Anger is just the easiest way for him to manifest his feelings, right? The excess emotions. And
an outlet.
Yeah, it's his outlet. And I love that. I love that we actually got to know him. We got to know Bruce, but we also got to know the Hulk. And it just got, like, to me, like the cherry on top of all of that was the moment where Bruce is like face to face with the Hulk, and the Hulk just like grabs him by the neck. Yeah. And then he's like puny human. And again, that's such a wonderful nod to like self-hatred, right? There, we all have that darker side of ourselves, you know, like you can call it the id if you want to, no matter how outdated that is. And it's the self-hatred, right? It's the fact that you just don't like that part of yourself, and you would love to destroy that part of yourself, but you can't because it is you. It is a part of you. But then also like the id, the darker part of yourself, hates you because you're the weak one. Right. And I love that there's such friction between these two, between Bruce and the Hulk.
Like, I was surprised at how much, I mean, I don't know why I was surprised, but the fact that they went deep into like a lot of the comic book lore and some of the references where, yeah, essentially like Bruce Banner and the Hulk are two separate entities that kind of, I guess, collapse or collide at this intersection, right? This perfect sweet spot. But when they're like, it's really fascinating that when Hulk is the Hulk, Hulk, the person in the backseat is still Bruce Banner.
Right.
The person in the back. But when you have Bruce, Hulk is still in there.
Yeah.
And he's aware of everything that's going on. So the problem was that up until that point in life where the gamma experiment went wrong, the Hulk has been in the backseat the entire time, experiencing all of that pain, all of that anger, all of the negativity in Bruce's life, and just holding on to that. That was like it was essentially Bruce's, what would you call it? His coping mechanism in a way, was to feed the Hulk with all of this. And I like how in this iteration, right, once that is released, that door is open, it broke the barrier, the thing that was keeping the Hulk at bay. And now he gets to actually manifest into the physical world. But he's always been in there in Bruce's subconscious.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, in a poetic way, it's what kept Bruce alive. He would have died if it weren't for the Hulk, right? It's what saved him, is the fact that he had the Hulk in him.
Right.
He's the one that took the brunt of the hit and was able to regenerate Bruce and keep him alive and make him feel as great as he felt after the gamma experiment. So I love how it's so poetic that the thing that Bruce hates the most about himself, this darkness, is the thing that kind of saved his life as well. And the fact that this was represented here in a very interesting way, because it's not as straightforward, it's very visual and sort of abstract, because it's within his mind and it's represented here with dreams. I thought Ang Lee really took a bold direction here in how to depict that story. And I thought it was done quite well, but a little bit out there. I can see how some people could not completely love it. For me personally, I think it's interesting, right, to not have a direct answer. And it's a movie that allows you to feel, and you kind of have to connect the dots and go a little bit deeper about what do you feel when you hear the score, you see these visuals, what is it invoking? And there's a sense of nostalgia, a sense of almost melancholic, feeling to it, where, his past is very much in the past, but it's in his present at the same time, and it still has a very strong effect with everything he does in life, whether that's like meeting someone new or opening up. You could tell that all that weight is still definitely on him, and I thought that was very interesting. I do have to say that aspect of the film I absolutely love. I don't think this movie needed to be this long. It's a movie that at some points in the film, it does feel like the tempo kind of slows down and almost comes to a halt, and then it starts over again. So I do think this film has a lot of pacing issues. I would say that's like the biggest negative point I would attribute to it, because I think when it comes to the whole transitions, the comic book strips and all that, visually speaking, that's when the movie's like, oh my God, we're going at a very high speed here, and they're trying to give you exposition at the speed of light. But it works because the whole visual concept of this movie feels, cohesive. But it's when they need to stop it and they need to move Bruce from one location to the other and then kind of start up a whole new sequence. That's when you feel the movie kind of, like it really slows down, and you can, in the audience, can feel that. There were certain moments here where I was like, this is interesting, but I kind of feel tired. Like I want to explore other elements that I feel like would be more interesting, but now we're stuck here, and now it's going to take some time to build that up. So I think anytime they needed to build up more lore or give us an exposition dump, essentially, I could feel that happening. And that is kind of not what you want when you're telling a story. You want it to kind of just flow. And this felt more like stepping stones. Like, oh, we completed, like whenever it was at the end of a stepping stone, the film felt great. And whenever we had to start building from ground up again, it was like, oh, I feel that, like the gravity, right, hitting me back. And I think that was an interesting thing to go through with this film, but I was still very engaged as an audience. I would still wanted to know the mystery of what happened to Bruce's mom, what happened, what went down in the past, how does this affect him in the present, what is the Hulk, how much can he do? Something they did extremely well is give us like a slew of abilities that we don't normally see the Hulk do, like getting bigger when he gets angrier, running super fast. Like there's certain abilities where you're like, this implies something quite frightening. Like what would be the limit then if he can just continue to grow?
Because even Betty asks that.
It's a valid question.
It is a very valid question, because with emotional wounds,
what's the chain reaction?
That's exactly, that's the question that she's asking, which is very, very valid. Like when Bruce comes to that point of no return, what happens to him? What happens to the Hulk? And some very valid questions were being asked here. I do agree that the movie at times did feel very stop and go. I do have to say, I appreciate that there were moments where they kind of stayed in the lull, just because I feel like a lot of movies nowadays really try to be like, action. I gotta like bombard you with stimulation all the freaking time throughout the entire movie. So I kind of appreciate that this, obviously, that this is 20 years ago, right? 22 years ago. It was a different era, you know, our attention span was different. The way we watched movies was different. So it was a nice change of pace. Even though it was stop and go, I kind of appreciated that, you know, we got to kind of slow down and stop a little bit. After a point though, it just felt like, oh, okay, are we, because like after each stop, I feel like the takeoff was getting harder and harder just because the way you know, with the, let's call them like the interesting parts, because of how that was building up, I wanted to know more. And it's like, okay, but can we get back to that?
Right.
Like, you know, so like it was a bit conflicting in
felt
that
like a
sense.
show. Like when you end a really good episode and then you start the next one and you don't pick up right where you left off that you really wanted to see, and now you have to watch half an episode to get back to the point that you really wanted to see.
Yes, and I hate it's like, you know, I don't know if that's a common thing, but like, you know, I hate when shows do that where like you ended it such a cliffhanger and then the next episode is like, you know, let's tell the story of a character that nobody gives a shit about.
Like a whole other filler episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate that too. That's so messed up.
And you know, it just creates that longing to get back to it, and you don't really want to create that longing in your audience. But I have to say, this was such a joy for me to see, because I'm realizing now, even though like, you know, I was always aware that, you know, we had different Hulks, you know, we had Eric Bana, we had Edward Norton, like I was aware of all of that. And I love Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk and as Bruce, but I just realized now, having seen this, I feel like we were robbed a little bit. Like, I love the MCU, please don't get me wrong, but I feel like there was so much more we could have done with him, because again, this is just a personal
preference. Happy we got to this point, because now you're aligned with everybody that's a Hulk fan that watched the MCU. That's like a common criticism.
Like, okay, like I have to say, you know, because at some point in the MCU, this is gonna come up. Like, you know, I have some characters that I absolutely love, but I love all of them. I think they're all there for a reason. And like, you know, Wanda is like, she's my girl, you know, she's like easily one of my favorite characters. But now having watched this and knowing the background, just for personal reasons, like the Hulk and Bruce like resonates so much with me. I love the dichotomy between the both, and it's I love that, you know, it's like they hate each other but they need each other at the same time, and I just wish we got more of that.
It's a very interesting concept.
Especially because you have such a talented actor like Mark Ruffalo, you know, and, you know, with how technology has advanced, we needed more of this. We needed more of not just the hatred and the conflict of Bruce and the Hulk, but also what the Hulk is capable of.
Well, we need a solo film. We need another Hulk solo film. That's what we really need.
Absolutely.
But Universal still holds the rights.
Oh, no, what? Dude, these rights things are going to kill me, I swear.
It's another one of those legal things where they cannot put him in a solo film without, well, they just can't, straight up can't. That's why, you know, all of his appearances are with other people.
Right. Well, I did not know that. That explains a lot. It still is a shame. I feel like we could have, you know, there were so many opportunities in, you know, all of the fight sequences that we got. Iconic fight sequences too, by the way, where we could have acknowledged those things. You know, we could have had the Avengers go like, oh, I did not see that one before. You know, holy shit, I didn't know the Hulk could do that. You know, just little things here and there. You can kind of enrich the lore a little bit there, just because there's so much juice here, man. Like in a character like this is the fun part. Like this is very much like I mentioned, like the Jekyll and Hyde, you know, it's just this man being taken over by his altar. And this was so much fun. I loved seeing this. This was amazing. And like, I do feel a little bit robbed in what happened with the MCU. So like, we definitely need to figure some shit out with Universal. I don't know. We need to get a solo movie on the Hulk for sure.
You still have one film you haven't seen, which is The Incredible Hulk, which is technically part of the MCU. So let's wait and see how you feel after watching that one.
I'm curious as to how that all works. Cause like, you know, the different casting choice, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a sequel to this, or is it like we're just going to retcon this entirely, the first one? Because like, I also really enjoyed Eric Bana in this. I thought he was great. I thought like he really pulled off the, you know, the vulnerable, like more nerdy, introverted scientist guy to someone being completely overwhelmed by all the rage and all the other emotions that he's feeling, and then also hitting the rage. I thought that was a lot of fun. So this iteration, wonderful. Like I mentioned, Mark Ruffalo, great. And now I'm like, okay, Edward Norton, very interesting casting choice. I can't wait to see that. I mean, obviously, if you know, you know, we have something like the Fight Club to show that Edward Norton has range, obviously. So it's going to be interesting to see how he handles a character like this. You know, I can't wait to see how that's going to turn out and also how it all connects to the MCU.
Yeah, this was a great experience though. I did like we mentioned, all of the profound themes they implemented. I think from a visual point of view, obviously now 2025, the film does look a little outdated, but I still need to give it kudos because visually speaking at the time, there was nothing like the Hulk but the Hulk.
No.
And this is like a massive task to bring this huge CGI monster to life.
I feel like this should have been a way bigger deal than people make it out to be.
It doesn't look like, if you look at like graphics from that time, this looks extremely good in comparison. And the fact that you could still discern like emotion in the Hulk's face and reflections and pores in the skin.
The vulnerability in the eyes.
It's a lot. It's very well done. And I think they poured a lot to make it look as good as it did for that time.
Right.
I think obviously now you can look at it, and perhaps if you're not looking at it from, with the same lens that we're going at it with, then you might look at it and be like, it kind of looks cheesy nowadays. But I think it's one of those marvels where you could see this group of people, group of talented people bring something to life and make it look as good as it did. I thought the whole desert sequence too in the daylight, I was like, dude,
it's amazing.
The balls.
Yes,
on Ang Lee,
that is
to say, we're gonna do it in daytime.
Holy shit! Like, because
they shy from that nowadays.
I know.
Keep the monsters in the dark. They don't show us
in the dark,
and they don't show us the transformations as much because it's where it gets very expensive.
Yeah,
this film did it.
Multiple
and it did it
times.
a couple of times. Not just one sequence. They showed us the Hulk transforming, and I can't remember the last time we saw that in the MCU.
And also like the transforming back.
Yeah,
right.
True.
Not just the enlarging, but also the part like at the end when they're just in the streets of San Francisco, he starts literally simmering down, right? And you see how like the changes are subtle. It's not just like, like you see as he's moving and how he goes back into being Bruce. Like that was so impressive, dude.
You guys pay attention, you'll see that nowadays films, they will hide that. They always find a way to, I'm going to ruin this for a lot of people now if they start paying attention, but just pay attention. You'll see that it's a tactic they do to save money. They will hide that transformation behind like the camera's like maybe moving from left to right. And then there's like a huge column that takes like 5 seconds to to pass, and then you'll see the whole monster's already there.
Right. Or you see the transformation through a reflection, right? A puddle of water, a glass, or a mirror.
You see part of it, but not all of it. And it's all in part two. One, maybe they don't want to, there's moments in the transformation that can look very wonky. And two, mostly the main reason is to save a lot of money, right? Because it's easier to just show the whole thing and not have to do that entire animation process of seeing, converting something from human to Hulk. So I thought it was interesting that he actually went for it, man. This is a guy that was like determined to show us visually what this could be at the best of the capabilities at the time. And I think he did a good job.
Yeah.
I wish he could have done his, because I know he probably had a bunch of limitations. I wish we could have seen like his true vision, like what he would have liked to do, but the technology was just not there yet.
I know.
Stuff like mocap and live performances with that technology just didn't exist. So they really had to like CGI and animate the shit out of stuff like the Hulk.
They had to do a lot of work with one arm tied behind their backs. Now that we think about it.
Yeah. But I think for what it is, I thought that aspect of the film was very, very cool.
Yeah.
The visual is very strong. It might not be for you, but you have to admit it's got style.
It really does.
It's definitely over the top.
Yes.
But I'm beginning to appreciate more and more stuff that, this has substance as well. It's not just, like you said, action and punches, which could be very easy with a Hulk film, right? It has its level of substance, albeit a little bit abstract. I get that some people, it might not be for you. And visually speaking, it's very distinctive. But I'm starting to appreciate that more in films because I feel like everything nowadays that comes out, that's like the main thing I don't like, is that everything started to seem like the same or yeah, it all like looks the same nowadays.
It's color grading, the editing,
we lost color grading. Everything is so bleak now, colorless. It's like a standard now, and I don't like it. I like when films look like this. That's why one of the reasons why I enjoyed Constantine so damn much is that it was noir, visually grungy, and just cool and fun.
Yeah.
And this took it in the complete, well, not opposite direction, different direction, where it felt like a comic book brought to life, like the comic book strips and the colors and the the zoom outs and the zoom ins from one panel to the other is like you're reading almost, and it felt cool. I liked it.
Yeah, it really did. I feel like if you pay attention, it's very, very subtle, but like there are a lot of moments where you get like almost like a green filter, like a green hue to everything, right? And like you mentioned, like there's like, you know, that extra little green sweater over there or a little green something here where you're constantly reminded that the Hulk is there, waiting, looming, and just dying to essentially burst forth. Right. And I thought that was very smart. Like, I feel like a lot of things changed, especially when it comes to the superhero movie genre once the Dark Knight series came out.
Yeah.
Right. Because there's nothing wrong with the grounded feel. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great. But I think everyone kind of started taking that route where it's like, okay, we're going to be super grounded and that's going to show in everything. Like the color grading, have it very bleak and very gray, maybe some blues.
Amazing Spider-Man.
The
first one.
The first one. And I feel like whilst that can absolutely work for some characters, I feel like for some characters, you need to just go bigger. You can't.
You can't be cookie cutter.
No, exactly.
You can't just apply it to every single character.
Exactly. It's not a one size fits all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think for some characters, I think it works to have a more grounded feel and have almost like the world is stripped of its colors, right? It gives a different vibe to it. But like with some characters, you have to go bigger. You have to go a little bit more out there. Because then otherwise everything, like you said, it's going to be like a one size fits all. And then you can't separate the movies or the characters from each other. And that's not really what you want. You want to do the characters and their stories justice.
I feel like that's what's been happening lately where people feel, well, they call it a lot of things like superhero fatigue and all that stuff. I don't think that's true. I think more than a genre fatigue, it's more of a fatigue of getting a lot of the same stuff over and over again. The reason why these movies worked so well back in the day is because every single one of them felt different.
Yeah.
And of course, I can understand nowadays we've seen it all.
Right.
But we've already talked about this. There's only a certain number of combination of core stories that you can tell, and we've already told them all. It's not about that. It's about how you tell it.
Yeah.
And the directors that are allowed to do their own thing and that have a strong story, those are the movies that really stick with us, right? Look at Dune, right? It's an incredible story, visually stunning, and it captured people. From the very first film, people that love the novels, people that read the books, people that watched that first film in the 80s, and now people that jumped into this iteration and they absolutely love it because it's so visually unique.
Yeah.
But, Denis Villeneuve, he's got a vision and they allowed him to do it. So whenever you have that kind of collaboration, that's when you can really tell that a movie can excel. And for better or worse, I think Ang Lee here did what he set out to do with the limitations he had. He gave us something that was stylized. And again, I can understand seeing this movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's very flawed. I think structurally speaking, the writing could have been a bit smoother. The dialogue at certain points is very much like, we need the audience to know this. So here you go.
Just to make sure, just to clarify, because we didn't have time to mention that before.
Well, it's like you could tell that like perhaps Ang Lee or some studio exec was like, is this what you meant? And then Ang Lee was like, shit, I might have to clear that out. So let's just add a line that's going to really let people know what happened.
Right. Just to confirm.
In a way, I appreciate the extra information. I just don't think it was needed. And I think some of those lines were a bit rough. Almost because they probably were written after a first draft or something, kind of inserted in there just to make sure that the audience got it. And I just thought that it wasn't the best element in the film. The dialogue was kind of the structure, the pacing was kind of but the concept I thought was really cool. The direction, the visual aspect I thought was very strong. And man, once again, hats off to Danny Elfman.
Oh, dude.
This guy is just so talented.
Dude, anytime he does something, there's always the signature style where, the orchestra starts coming in.
Yes.
But I love how different this one felt.
Sad.
Sad.
Right? It's
melancholic.
like a sad theme.
Yeah. And, like the motif that always keeps coming back.
I love it.
I love that. And like that's the first thing that you hear as the Marvel strip starts coming through. And I love those notes and that motif. Every time it's coming back, it's sad. There's a hint of mystery to it, but it's also eerie.
Starts becoming more and more aggressive.
Exactly.
And
it's like it makes you feel like you're that character walking down a hallway towards this door and you don't know what's behind it. And which is exactly what our character is going through.
Gosh, I would love to direct. Just the way that you're talking about, I would so be down to direct the whole film. Like I feel like it lends itself to like a psychological thriller / horror film.
100%. Think of the body horror. Think of
absolutely.
Think of the terror of having something inside you that you can't control. And the thing is, there's something so relatable about Bruce and the Hulk because all of us have that part inside of us where you just get to your boiling point and you just want to flip out at everybody. And I love that in this he acknowledges challenges, like it's not all bad when he's the Hulk.
Yeah, that's the dangerous part.
That's the exactly
enjoying it. Yeah.
That's because like he could control it better. He just doesn't want to because he's been controlling it his entire life.
Right.
So now that he has the opportunity, it's the freedom, it's the power, and that is so relatable. And like just taking that, you know, the conflict that you would experience as a human being, you can make such a fantastic like horror-esque movie out of this that would actually like really, really hit home. Like I can totally see the vision for that. I would kill to direct a movie like that. Are you kidding?
Or just even just writing it, right? Because like it lends itself, like you said, to so many like profound themes that people can relate to. It's a shame we don't got that, you know, in these new movies, man. They really should dig into that, because that's a lot of story that's just begging to be told. And it's another instance where you see that you could do so much more with a character than just making them look cool.
Yeah,
especially when there's so much lore and so much to pull from. I know. I'm sorry. I might have ruined MCU
just a
Hulk
little
for
bit.
you.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we got one more in the whole Hulk journey. You got the Incredible Hulk, which does take place in the MCU, and I'm excited to show you that one.
Can't
I do
wait.
remember that a little bit more than this one, because I did watch that one as a teenager. This one, I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for certain sequences in that I know you're gonna. No, I won't say anything.
Okay. Oh, I'm
Anyway,
hyped.
guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope that you guys enjoyed, and as always, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
See ya.